What's up, guys? It has been such a long time since I've ever done a video with a full-on webcam and the green screen at one side and then a bunch of shit on the other side. And excuse that, that's just a lot of leftover old video games, old streaming equipment, old everything. And I got so much crap, it's just difficult to unpack it and or even throw it away because I'm that much of a pack rat. So, I mean, it is what it is. Dismiss that. I love my mini fridge though, by the way. I keep that spit there to keep up with putting like my health stuff in there because I'm focusing on better health and a bit of better eating. So let's get on with the video because I want to talk about the direction of this channel, but shit, I don't even know where the hell this channel is going because of the simple fact that, well, YouTube's no longer fun. The fun has been sucked dry. It's really hard for me to determine, okay, what the hell do I want to do with this channel because of the fact that YouTube's no longer fun? And I want to rant about that a little bit because it's the money, dude. Money's the root of all evil, and everyone knows of the phrase money makes the world go round. And realistically, money does make the world go round, but people shouldn't live by that alone because money is not the only thing in the world that you should be focusing on. But money is a huge motivator, especially when it comes to needing money in order to reach the basic needs. But there's a lot of people out there that wants a hell of a lot more than the basic needs, and it's an issue. It's always going to create a problem. That is the capitalistic world that we live in, especially if you live in the US of A. Money just makes people do crazy shit. And there's plenty of videos out there, plenty of stories that you've heard or seen. And corporations is a big part of all of that. They're always in it for the money. And when something gets big enough, they see ginormous fudging dollar signs, and that's what happened to YouTube, because YouTube used to be a thing where people express themselves in their own way and then they have fun with it. But the moment people start realizing that a lot of money can be made with a particular service, it's gonna blow up and everyone's gonna want a piece of the pie, and that's what wound up happening. And then you've got content creators that ruins it for other content creators and even viewers themselves, because you're going to have content creators out there that's all in for the fudging money. They don't give a flying fudge what they do to other people as long as they get their cut. And that's really what sums up my lack of desire for doing content. And this is something that's been happening non-stop, especially when I wind up interacting with content creators that's more on the influential side. And all of that started way back when I was doing Naruto Storm content. And I'm talking about way back with Naruto Storm 3. I've met quite a few influential people, and there's only a handful of big wigs that I actually have mutual respect for, because they didn't use their position to stomp on other people or use their influence to get rid of potential competition, because a lot of that happened to me. So I would just want to shout out a few CCs that were amazing, or I feel didn't contribute to that kind of negativity. So I want to bring up Papa Berto, awesome content creator. He did a lot of stuff for the Storm community back then, and I don't know him personally, but I was in a few calls with him, and he was super chill, and he never used his popularity to stomp on other people, and I respect that highly. Another content creator that I want to shout out is Anime Analyst. I have to bring him up because he was a huge impact on my desire to do content, because I was just fudging around at first because I had nothing else to do and I was bored. I was just having fun with it, and I was just making videos for the fun of it. And this was way back in the Storm 3 days where I was doing a lot of video edits and stuff like that. And anime analysts actually reached out to me and wanted to do a collab, which was freaking insane because me Fudging collab? Like, damn, bruh. I did not see that shit coming. I really did not. And he shared a lot of wisdom. Unfortunately, back in those days, I didn't understand how to actually utilize that, so I really didn't grow as much as I could have. I would say the only time that I was really able to utilize what he taught me or actually put it into action was when I did a lot of content for One Piece Burning Blood. I actually grew a great deal off of that game when that game was actually popping, and a lot of that credit has to go to Anime Analyst because he gave me a lot of insight on how to do it, and I was able to do it, and I appreciate everything that he has done for me. He was one of those content creators that did his own thing and didn't throw people under the bus and do all this underhanded BS. Another content creator that I want to shout out is Avatar. Yeah, he's been through a lot of bullshit. And despite our differences and all of that, he never disrespected me at all. You know, despite my viewpoints, my opinions, all of that, never did anything wrong to me at all during his journey to become a success on YouTube. And I got to give him street cred for hanging in there despite all the BS that was thrown his way, and he's still doing this thing with fighting game content. So big ups to you for finding your niche and sticking with it. You know, awesome job, man, and I wish you the best of luck. So I also want to shout out Don't Lose the Fear. He did a lot for the Storm community, especially in the early days of the Storm content. I'm talking Storm 2 and up. Extremely knowledgeable of the game, very good at the game, mind you, and he was one of the reasons why I desired to up my game. I took a lot of the things that he shared with me and tried to improve my gameplay in order to enhance my Naruto Storm content back in the Storm 3 days, and it was huge for me, so I have to shout him out. Awesome dude. I mean, like, we're still friends to this day. We even had a fallout at one point due to the stress of content creation, but we was able to hash it out, water under the bridge. I just want to shout him out for even reaching out to me, because, like, dude, like, when we had that falling out, he could have just left it alone and moved on with his life, but the dude reached out to me, and that shocked me. And so I just wound up reaching out, and we talked, we still talk to this day. And you know, he's been through a lot of spit lately, and I'm not going to go into detail out of respect for him, because I mean, that's his personal business, but he's been through quite a bit. He's found another path, and he's doing great. I hope he's still doing well. I'm gonna reach out to him again soon to see how everything is going. But yeah, in short, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this channel. I mean, like, I'm a teacher now, you know. I focus far more on the further development of my career than doing YouTube, and because of the surgery that I had last year involving the gallbladder, I have to focus more on working out more and keeping up with my health. And just so you know, like I went from a whopping 285 pounds last year to about 260 pounds, and I still want to continue to bring my weight down just to improve my health so that when I get older, you know, I'll still be able to function, you know. So I mean, that I have a lot of other things going on. And I'm sure some of you noticed that when it came to changing, pivoting, I pivoted so much from one thing to the next thing to the next thing to the next thing. And then you look at YouTube as a whole and how the algorithm like will turn everything upside down every year to the point where it's like you don't even know what direction to go. And that happens due to algorithm, corporations, where the money is at, and the very fact that it seems like drama is the only thing people really care about nowadays. Because like it even seems like gameplay videos is even harder to grow off of because of the fact that it's not as desirable to people. Well, people love video games, but as far as the traditional style of content, it's not as strong unless you have a huge following that'll watch you no matter what you do. So it's like one of those tough things. And so for me right now, I'm probably just gonna go back to how I did content back in the old days. Kind of like to give you an example, you know, the most recent videos that I've been pumping out regarding Resident Evil 9. I want to get back into doing more content like that. The editing part is probably going to take longer to put those kinds of videos out, but I will from time to time when I have the opportunity to. But one thing that I definitely would be doing more of is actually record my live streams and take those live streams that I occasionally do when I have the time and edit them into some kind of freaking video. As to what creation I come up with or what I conjure up, I have no freaking clue, but that's kind of like the direction that I want to go. Because I'm just going back in with the mindset of I'm just chilling, bro. I'm just trying to have fun with games, and if something becomes a bit more than what I thought awesome, if it doesn't, is whatever. I just don't give a shit. I honestly don't give a shit. But yeah, if I'm just glad that I was able to put out a video like this. It's been a long time since I even did a video of this nature. And for those of you that I haven't seen in a long time, I wish you all the best. And just know that I'm not even mad about you if I haven't seen you in over a year. Because I mean, hey, we all have a life to live. We all have different challenges that we have to face in our own lives. And let's be real here. Sometimes you go through so much that you don't have the time to be watching people do content. You know what I mean? Or you can't tune in to streams like that anymore. You're no longer a fudging kid. It's funny because there are some people that'll pop in and be like, I remember watching you back when I was 12. And I'm like, wait, how old are you now? And then they'd be like 19 or 20. I'm like, oh shit. You know, so it is what it is. But I'd just like to thank everybody for their contribution to my channel. I know my channel isn't doing so hot right now, but hey, that's on me. I mean, I got no one to blame but myself. But to be honest, if I got to make an excuse, it's a valid excuse. Life. I'm not going to let content creation take over my life, because if I do, I'll wind up doing a lot more harm than good to myself. and I'm focusing more on my health and my career, because if I put myself in a hole, my social media is not going to save my ass. I have to save my own ass, so I'd just like to thank you all again for everything. And yeah, you guys have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. And if anyone is still watching this right now after I just said that the video is about to end, you guys are goated. What the fudge else am I going to say? I don't know. I think it was more so along the line of, as far as my branding, I'm probably going to go back to the moniker Vengefulwilberg. I probably am. See if, especially since I have so many old intros, but I don't know. I might have to do a whole new intro or some spit for 2026. I don't know. I'm just probably gonna have to grab one of my old intros from somewhere, as long as there's no copyright bull, because over the years some tracks that were once usable are no longer usable. So we'll see how the fudge that goes. Because I had to do some digging to see if I can even find any of my old intros, because that was like long time ago. I hate the fact that I can't use the intro avatar Yaya made for me, because I really love that one, but the music itself has been, it's now copyrighted, so it's like I'm kind of like fudged in that department. So it's like I can't even use the music in that anymore, so it's like, urgh! I'm probably just gonna have to take that intro and like find a good track that kind of like synchronizes with the actual edits that he made for me, and just play off of that until further notice. So you guys have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video or live stream. See you soon. Peace and God bless.